Hey you guys, oh my god, it's been so long and I'm so sorry. So I am back today with a video of the most common questions I get asked about HIV and AIDS. And I know I'm about to have that little header at the bottom saying it in big letters with a whole description because they always do when I say that word. I'm starting to realize that's why people don't say certain things on this YouTube thing, but you know, I'm getting the hang of it. I don't think it's as bad as TikTok though, so I have been planning to do this freaking video for so long now, y'all. I had to make sure I took notes. You can't see it, and I kind of don't want you to see it because my handwriting is very ugly. But I made a thing on my story on Instagram, and I had you all ask me questions. And aside from all y'all's questions, you know, I had to block out, you know, a lot of y'all's ignorant, trying to holler and pick up and be, you know, nasty. I ain't answering no nasty questions unless I feel you need to know these things, but not my personal business. Even though that's all y'all get from me, it's my personal business, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get to question number 1. Okay, so question number 1 is, when should you get tested after sleeping with a stranger? First of all, honey, I'm not gonna even ask. After sleeping with someone, you should always get tested after, especially if you don't know when they got, you know, if you don't know their chart and all that jazz. I'm not knocking you because, you know, a lot of people have one-night stands. I was about to say everybody, not everybody does that. You should always try at least 2 to 4 weeks after, because that is when it should start showing. But everyone is different, y'all. Y'all know me, I ain't even know I had it. But at the same time, I was getting STD checks and I wasn't asking for HIV or AIDS because those are totally separate. Be sure that you definitely ask for that specifically so you don't end up wondering why you crippled, losing your hair, got bad gums, because baby, I almost forgot about that. But that's a story for another time. I had bad gums too. Forgot about that because I don't think these things are signs. Anyway, question number 2. What is the difference between AIDS and HIV? Okay, HIV is the first thing you get. A lot of people say there are different stages, like the acute stage, and all that. I don't even get into all that because it's this or it's that. It's one of them. HIV is the first thing you get, and when you find out, you take your medicine, you become undetectable. AIDS is the progressed version when you don't treat it. And it just gets so out of hand because you're not taking care of it that your immune system starts breaking down and all hell breaks loose in your body and you are close to death. Or you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. I think it's pretty, you know, simple. Now, question number 3. How is it transmitted? Okay, baby, that can come from blood transfusions. Because, you know, blood in your blood, if you got dirty blood coming into your blood, baby, right there. There it is. Breast milk. You're feeding that to your baby. So be careful. Be careful and go buy that stuff at the store. And also, sex. Obviously. Yeah, that's the obvious one. A lot of people ask me, oh, do you have to tell the nail tech? Well, if she's gonna be slurping on my blood, I doubt it, you know? And like, oh, can it kiss someone's forehead? Yes, you can. You don't transfer it through skin and touch and all that. It's not the cooties, you know? So don't worry, take that stigma out of your head. It's not that insane. Believe it or not, so many people are living with this, and your friends, people you've dated probably have it and they just didn't tell you because they're undetectable or they're too scared. They don't want to scare you away. So, question number 4. What are some of the signs? Okay, well, obvious for some other people is the flu-like symptoms. You know, you get the headaches, the fatigue, the nausea, and all that other jazz. I didn't really have any symptoms, at least that I noticed. They weren't just in my face at the time, which is also very common with a lot of other people, is that you won't even notice because sometimes the symptoms will be so small or so quick. You'll think like, oh, I just had a cold, or little things that just don't scream go get an HIV test. Like, I didn't start having symptoms really until like that I even noticed until I was like on death's door, you know, with the wasting syndrome, the headaches, the night sweats, etc. That also led me to this part right here, is where I was having so many gum problems. Y'all, I be remembering stuff like way late, way too late. I've done all these interviews and stuff, and I've done all these videos. So I'm like, hold on, I remembered something else. Because I go through like old things and old doctor things, and I'm looking at old files, you know, on my computer. Because if I had all my other stuff, y'all, somebody would be getting sued right now. Anyway, I had really bad gums that I had to pay out of pocket for. They were just bleeding, had gingivitis. I didn't think anything of that. I thought, well, God, maybe I'm just not flossing good enough, because I wanted to tear my teeth out. So that might have been a part of the AIDS thing coming on, and I just didn't know. I mean, my dentist didn't know. I mean, I don't know what they know. That's neither here nor there. I also had, as some of you know, the bowel problems. I had like a hemorrhoid, you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on to question number 5. What does U equals you mean in the HIV and AIDS community? Well, that means that you've been taking your antivirals and you're not missing a pill. You're doing what you're supposed to do for the, what does it take, like 4 to 6 months? I think mine took 6 months before I became undetectable. And all that means is that it has become so low on your blood cell count, like in your blood, that it is undetectable during a blood test. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm just thinking about this at the same time, and I'm trying to spit it out the right way. So that means it's little, very, very little to no chance of you spreading it to someone. Mind you, I've been with a guy since, what, about 6 months, 7 months now, and he's still completely clean. So let that speak for itself. Say what you want, but you know, I'm just giving you some tea. All right, time for question number 6. Why can't you walk? So this is more of a personal question, which also goes with question number 7. Why are you healthy now and you still can't walk? Pretty much the same question. So I went so far as to getting wasting syndrome, you know, the involuntary weight loss, that's what that means. So when I got down to 60 pounds, my feet atrophied. I lost all the muscles. I wasn't doing any therapy at all like I was supposed to do, because you're supposed to do therapy in the 6 months of losing it so that you don't lose it all the way. And I did none of that. They didn't do any of that for me because I was just so bad. It hurt for me to sit up. So now today, and I'm getting better. I'm getting so much better. It's just taking me a very long time, a little bit longer than the average person because of my circumstances. Now, when am I gonna walk? They legally cannot give you a time frame on that because it's different for everyone. And if they say, oh, you're gonna be able to walk next month, and you don't get to walk next month, you finna fight. Who you ready to say, look, you told me? And it will cause problems for everybody. Problems, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking too fast. So that is that. And those are the only questions I'm needing to answer right now. I mean, unless you have any more. There were plenty of questions, but like, they was crazy. I mean, aside from the ones telling me I was pretty, thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah. And why does my eye look sideways? I don't know if that was a question, but I'm gonna answer that one. It doesn't focus because it's blind. So is that ever gonna get fixed? I don't know, but I don't want to give up. I really don't want to give up on it because it still sees shadows, but it can't see anything. Does that make sense? It's like being behind a black veil. And then some parts you might see a glimmer of something. Anyway, guys, that concludes my HIV commonly asked questions. And I hope you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, guys, one of my supporters sent me this cool necklace. Hold on, wait, look. Can you see it? I don't know. I think she got this from Macy's. She even sent me some Tiffany stuff from Tiffany's. Anyway, I'm gonna make a whole different video on these gift boxes I got from this woman. Mind you, this woman already sent me a wheelchair. that's a whole separate video. Anyway, y'all, I'm so grateful that you guys have gotten this far. And if you did and you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to do my best to be making a video every week. I don't want you to just subscribe and then I'm never here for 3 months. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But I love you. And if you don't follow me on TikTok, I am Gina2 and the number 2. And on Instagram, I am 2Gina. So my last name, first name, that's it. Don't let these people scam you. I will never ask you for any money. So don't give to the fakes. Thank you for watching, you guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And be safe.